There's this misconception that credit is a force for evil. Credit in itself can actually be a force for good if it's deployed the right way.
In terms of building the business, when you start to think of scale, at some point you start to think, how do I make this exponential? And you can only do this with funds.
Credit gears up your return on equity to your return on assets.
Credit just helps you bring the future forward. Use the future cash flow as capital to build for the future.
It just gives you the discipline that you require to build the longevity that you need for a business to last.
It's not just about paying back your obligation when it falls due, but are you managing for cash so that you can continue to run your business? Even if you don't have a credit history, set yourself up to grow a sustainable business. What makes you creditworthy? Do you demonstrate potential? The minute any funding will come into your business, it will start doing something. So manage for sustainability, even at the beginning. And that means a business is sustainable when its top line, that's the revenue that it makes, is either stable or growing. Make sure you manage for cash flows. Generate cash. Cash is what runs a business. Even if you are not borrowing. Make sure you now begin to manage to break even and eventually sustain profitability. Profit is good because it takes care of errors. Profit also enables you to scale. It gives confidence to would-be lenders or would-be debt funders to come in and say, this is worth investing in. Also, just manage from a perspective of competence, whether it's of the founders or the top employees, the key employees that you have, and specifically in the people who are producing whatever it is you're selling, the service or the product. Manage for competency in sales. So that would be my advice to, make sure that you are gearing yourself for creditworthiness.
When you're building a business that is profitable, that is generating revenue, and you know that you want to scale and you want to grow, then there's access to this. Not everybody can raise millions of dollars of equity funding, but every business person that has a profitable business can potentially meet Advancely and get credit.
Advancely is cool to borrow money from. It's an excellent experience working with Advancely. It's a very excellent symbiotic relationship, really.
A lot of businesses, small and medium scale enterprises, did not have access to affordable and sustainable credit that they needed to grow their businesses. And the banks didn't address this problem in itself, which resulted in what we call the missing middle, right? And this is a missing middle that drives GDP of many countries, that drive economic prosperity and growth of many companies and employment rate as well. And that market in itself, even till today across Africa, continues to remain largely untapped. I think we've seen a lot of research outcomes that speak about a $330 billion lending gap in Africa today. Now, of course, not one person is going to fill up this entire thing, but we believe that if we can actually play our own part and contribute our own quota, regardless of how little, it will actually go a long way.